Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about this 2005 GMC pickup truck and why I bought it as my everything vehicle. So just quick before we start, my name's Andrew and I'm going to talk about stuff like this because I'm really into trucks, and then also just talk about life in general and bring you through some of my experiences in this channel as we go over time. So again, 2005 GMC pickup truck. So why did I buy it? First, it has to do with my uses of it, my goals with it, and my skills and experience with these trucks. So first, for goals, I need a pickup truck like this. It's a 2500 with a Duramax Diesel in it. Don't mind some of the cosmetic stuff. I'm going to fix that over time. But I needed it for a few main reasons. One, it needs to tow around 10,000 pounds with a car trailer and trucks that weigh as much as these, which can go up to around 6,500 pounds. So 10,000 pounds I need to haul. And then I'm also planning on using this as my overland vehicle. So I'm going to have a slide and bed camper in the back. So it needs to be able to take long trips across the United States and haul that camper in the back. And then lastly, it needs to be reliable enough to be a daily driver and get decent gas mileage, which this actually can, surprisingly, even though it's a big truck. They can get around, say, 20 miles per gallon on the highway, but obviously I did not necessarily buy it for the MPG. So those are my use cases. And then for my experience and skills, so I know these trucks in and out. I've had multiple of them. I've done a lot of work with them, so that's why I was comfortable buying another one. And I sold my previous ones before just due to life, and then just recently I got ready. I was ready to buy, the next truck. So here it is. I'm going to take you through how I decided to buy this truck. And the way I do it, you're going to tell I'm an engineer very quickly, but the way I do it is I break it down into 5 categories. So that is performance, durability, cost, timing, and risk. So I learned that in my days working for one of the big 3. Those are some guidelines for how to make a good, educated decision. So first, for performance. So like I said, it needs to haul 10,000 pounds. It needs to be able to be like a reliable truck going cross country, haul a camper in the back, get decent MPG. So this fits all the use cases for that. If I were to get like a 1500 instead of a 2500, those are borderline. With a camper in the back, those can be, borderline not capable. And also for hauling 10,000 pounds, it's that's a little bit too much for a 1500. So that's why I did not choose that. And then these are with the Duramax Diesel in it. This is a 2005 again. This has the LLY engine in it. They're very reliable. They do have their problems, but you have to know that, and based on my experience, I do. So you have to be careful about what you're looking for. So overall performance fits exactly what I need. Second thing is the durability. So I said again, the Duramax engine is in it. Very reliable with the Allison transmission. Again, very reliable. Has some burn holes I gotta fix eventually. But the main thing I'll just bring through very briefly. I can get into it in more detail in other videos. But the main thing with these engines is head gasket issues, injector issues, some other things you definitely have to look out for, which I won't go into detail. But this one all checked out, which was awesome. I've been looking for quite a few months, and luckily this came up for the right price, so I got it. So this is a very durable truck. They're meant to go hundreds of thousands of miles. This only has 150. These can go well over 400 easily if they don't rust out first. This is a Michigan truck. It has been rust repaired. It's actually decently clean, but it's you just have to be careful with the rust. And There's some maintenance procedures you can do, which I'll show eventually, about how I maintain it for rust, which I'll get into. So third thing is, I think the third thing in where I said it first was cost. So I'll go to that. Cost. So this is what is it, 18 years old. So it's an older truck, but it's like, depending on how many miles, the rust, everything like that, they can go from $5,000, say, all the way up to $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 with this diesel engine in it. The 2006 is technically more desirable, but these are still very good. So this one in particular was $10,700 I paid, which is actually a very good deal. So part of the reason is about buying something like this is knowing the market. So I've been in the market for these for years on end. I've seen how they've projected over time and how they are now. And right now this is probably worth around 15 to 17 or so in the Midwest. So I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, and this truck is actually, I got it for a decent deal, but it did need some work, so I'll get into that in other videos. And so 10,000 was my budget, or around there, and luckily I was able to find something that was good like this in that budget. All right, next is the durability aspect or the timing aspect of it. So for timing, timing in terms of buying the vehicle, I won't get into because I already bought it, but timing in terms of converting it into exactly what I need. So for hauling, for overlanding / camping, long road trips. So for hauling, this thing's already set up. It has a heavy duty hitch, which the factory hitch would have worked fine, but this actually came with, I think it's an 18,000 pound hitch, which is pretty wild. Also has a gooseneck on it, which is awesome. I don't really need that, but also came with an auxiliary tank, which is pretty cool for long distance travel without having to refuel a lot. Don't really need that, didn't plan on it, but came with it, so whatever. For the camping aspect of it, I do obviously need to buy a separate camper for it, but that'll come with time. I did have a high top van before this, which is our camping vehicle, but I sold that. I wanted 4x4 so I could get a little bit more off-road type camping. I'm not going to go absolutely crazy with this. It has to be my daily driver as well, so I'm not going to go into extreme off-road conditions, but with the suspension and the independent front suspension on these trucks, it's plenty fine. I don't need a solid axle. So basically overall timing, pretty good. Like, I don't have to spend too much time to convert it into exactly what I need. And then the last thing is risk. So what's the risk with this truck? It's a 18-year-old vehicle. Shit goes wrong. So that's something you have to take into consideration when you buy such an old vehicle. It's a GM. There's stupid little issues like all the interior buttons you have to press 5 times to make a window go down or to lock the doors. So got to take your time going through these vehicles to make sure all the functions work properly. And I had to go through all the fluids because 99% of people don't maintain their used vehicles that well. So I went through all the fluids throughout the whole drivetrain. I have plenty more work to do, but to get it up to par with my level of comfort. But once it's there, the risk level should be pretty low. Obviously, there's still surprises that can pop up, which I'm fully aware of, but that's where you balance the different things like costs, where this is a pretty low cost for a very reliable vehicle, in my opinion. And so balancing all those different factors, that's how I made the decision here for buying this truck. So for you guys that are viewing this video and wondering, about buying your everything vehicle, if you can't have multiple for, all your different uses, which is most people, I would say. Make sure, again, just going through, make sure you know what your goals are and uses, your experience level, and your skills. And when you're going to buy the vehicle itself, make sure you understand what performance you need out of it, its durability, the cost you're willing to pay for the timing in which you need to buy it, and then the timing to convert it, and then lastly, like, the risk level you're willing to take. So balancing all those different factors for me led me to this, and that's how it worked for me. So let me know if you want to see anything else in this video. I can detail it, go through it more in a different video, and let me know if you have any questions about, I guess, anything. So thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.